guys, my name is Misbah and this is my first ever YouTube video. This video is going to be all about my iPad Pro. I have the one from 2018. So in this video, I'm going to be simply going over the basic specs, how much I paid for my iPad, the reason I purchased it, what's on my iPad, and the accessories that I use with them. So stay tuned. So I bought the iPad Pro 11-inch with just Wi-Fi and 64 gigabytes of space. I didn't really need anything else, so I just went with the basic model and I bought it in space gray. Cost. I purchased my iPad back in September of 2019, and at the time it was still pretty new. So at the time I purchased it from Best Buy, it was $800 and I bought it on sale. It was $670 with the sale, and with tax and everything I paid a total of $720. So I think that's a pretty good deal. Why did I purchase the iPad? There's three main reasons that I purchased the iPad. One, for entertainment reasons. I really just wanted a bigger screen that I can watch like Netflix and Disney Plus and stuff like that on. Two, the school aspect. I really like the Apple Pencil and the iPad together to make notes and stuff like that. So you'll see that I do that in OneNote. And third, I really like the ability to like multitask and have two different apps. And I thought that would be really helpful for like stuff like YouTube. So the iPad is just a more of a creative outlet, and it helps just bring creativity to life. I really, really love my iPad, and I do not regret buying it. Accessories. I purchased a lot of accessories for my iPad, at least $100 worth of accessories, a little bit more actually. And all of them will be linked down below along with the iPad. So the first accessory that I ever purchased for the iPad was this case. I believe this case is from ProCase. It was just a seller on Amazon and I just liked how it looked. It's sort of like this cloth type feel, and it had like waterproofness, and it like magnetizes to the front screen of your iPad. It's a decent case. It's actually pretty expensive for being an okay case. The only thing I don't like about this case is it doesn't magnetize to the back, so if you're holding your iPad like this, it'll like fall off. That's the only thing I don't like about this case, but everything else it's the case, it works, it does its job, and it's pretty decent looking. The second accessory that I purchased for my iPad is this Bluetooth keyboard, also from Amazon. I don't remember the brand, but again, it's going to be linked down below. I also use this for other devices as well. I can connect it to my phone if I want on my laptop. It's just easy. I like to use it for OneNote and sometimes emails from my iPad. It's just easier because typing on the screen is not the same as having an actual keyboard. And it's sort of a knockoff of the Magic Keyboard from Apple. Yeah, so it's aesthetically pleasing as well. Next, I purchased to go with my keyboard. This is a Jellycomb mouse. For the mouse to work, I also had to purchase a USB-C to USB adapter. I couldn't find this exact one, so a different one is linked down below if you're interested. But basically, this is a regular mouse. It has a USB, you plug it in, and then you plug it into my iPad. It basically works like any other mouse. I like it a lot. It makes using the iPad really easy. And the last and most expensive purchase is the Apple Pencil. I bought this from Amazon, so there's no engraving or anything on it, but if you buy it from Apple itself, you can get an engraving for free, which I think is a lot more cool. This was $129, I believe. Could be wrong, I don't exactly remember. But this is the most expensive but yet most useful tool that I bought for my iPad. It snaps right there. It's really fun. And it charges wirelessly, and I really like using it, and I use it for OneNote, I use it to do like Instagram posts and stuff like that. So all in all, it's not necessary, but it really does help with the creative aspects. I've started to find more uses for it, so as you go along you'll find a use. Apple Pencil, but I feel like you do need one big main use to just purchase it. Otherwise, there's other magnetic like stylus that you can use that do the same job. They're just a little bit more annoying. The Apple Pencil is great, it's just really expensive. What's on my iPad? So I'm going to go through all the apps and every single folder of what is on my iPad. So my main screen, I basically don't remember messing with it too much, but I have FaceTime, calendar, camera, contacts, clock, maps, Notes, Reminders, Apple TV, App Store settings, Gmail, Live 360, News, Zero, the calculator, music, and down below on my dock I have Messages, Safari, Google, email, and Photos. And then these three are my most used apps right now, which are iMovie, YouTube, and OneNote. So basically, some of the apps that I feel like you might not know, Live 360 is because tracking and stuff like that, for like tracking my phone, my mom, sometimes I lose her, don't know where she is, I use that for that. And Zero is an intermittent fasting app. I really don't use it that often, but I did at one point. But yeah, I actually recommend that if you're into intermittent fasting. It keeps up with your day-to-day. I feel like every other app is basic Apple stock. Next, I have the Apple shortcuts. I haven't really made any shortcuts yet. I've seen really cool ones that I want to do, but I just don't have a chance. Next, I have this entertainment folder. In this entertainment folder, I have YouTube, Xfinity Stream, ABC, Netflix, Fandango when we were able to go to the movie theaters, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and Disney Plus. I feel like those are the basics. Next, I have social media. I have Instagram, Snap, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Influencer, which I've stopped doing. It's basically you write reviews and post them and you can get like PR packages almost, but I never did it enough to get one. But I think it's still pretty cool if you're interested. Pinterest and Stations by Spotify. The only app I really don't use on here is Snapchat because you can only log into one device and I usually have it logged in on my phone. Next, I have my editing post. So I used to do a couple like marketing posts for my mom. So that's where I got these three apps, Over, Poster Maker, and Canva. My favorite are definitely Over and Poster Maker. I have Google Sheets, and then I just have two font apps, Fonts and Fonts. Next is my folder called School. So basically anything to do with school is right here. I have Word, Outlook, Raise Me, which is basically an app for micro scholarships. So if you're in school, you might want to download that. You can like enter your classes and any awards and stuff like that, and it'll give you money from schools around you or schools that you're interested in. I have Duolingo, Skyward, It's Learning. I have Remind, VPN, Files, Calculator, eText, Translate, Socratic, Photomath, Mathway, and EduCalculator Classic. So Socratic and Photomath and Mathway are just basically you can like take a picture of a question and it will tell you the answer. So you can basically check your work, or if you're not sure how to do it, I'll teach you. Next, in that same folder, I have Flipgrid, Discord, and Zoom. So the reason Discord is in here because as soon as school got off for spring break and then Corona happened, my friend made a whole Discord server, and basically everyone from our school went to that server to ask for help for assignments and keep up with stuff, and it was really helpful. Next, I have music. So in here I really only use one app, which is Savan, but they're all here when I really want them. I have Pandora, Savan, Spotify, Shazam, and YouTube Music. Yep. So next I have games. I have the app Fishdom, Solitaire, Buzz, Draw Classic, Hearts, Block, Tic-Tac-Toe, 2048, a game called Salad Bowl, which is developed by my cousin's friends, and Coloring Book for Adults. Next, I have online shopping. So I have Amazon, eBay, the Flip app, which is really helpful, especially for shopping during the holidays. You can like circle certain deals and stuff like that. And when you go to like a store like say Macy's, you can just shop for those specific deals. I think it's really helpful, especially like on Black Friday and stuff like that. It's really fun. I also have the app called Wish, PayPal, Shein, IKEA Store, and Uber Eats. Next, I have regular shopping, so these are actual department stores. I have Sephora, Victoria's Secret, Coca-Cola, Best Buy, Yelp, Ulta Beauty, Macy's, JCPenney, Pink, H&M, Target, United, and Forever 21. Next, I have photo editing. I never use these, but sometimes you just need them for something, so I have them just in case, basically. I have Photoshop Mix, I have Premiere Rush, InstaSize, Photoshop Fix, Spark Video, Photoshop Express, Lightroom, and Spark Post. Next, I have Google, which is basically all the apps that have to do with Google are in here. I have Google Photos, Google Home, Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, Grammarly, which is not really Google Calendar, rewards by Google. So basically you can take a survey, and if it has enough questions, you can get almost like $1. But usually it's like 9 cents per question, and it goes straight to your PayPal. And then I have Google Docs as well. Next, I have the random app. So I have Tile, Parcel, Connect Camera from Canon, Alarm.com, and Aceable. So next, I just have a bunch of apps from Apple itself. I just put them all into a folder because I don't really use them. So I have Pages, GarageBand, Clips, iMovie, Keynote, Numbers, Apple Store, Voice Memos, Measure, iTunes, Tips, Podcasts, Find My iPhone, Photo Booth, Books, along with Home and Stocks. Next, SAT. Basically, none of these apps are necessary anymore because I'm not going to be taking it. So I have the Princeton Review for students, SAT, and Khan Academy. Then I have Workout. I have the app Workit, Abs and Core, Workit Stretching, and Nike Training. If I recommended any of them, I would recommend Nike Training. They just have a lot more thought out workouts, and they cycle new ones all the time. So make sure you save them because they're not going to be there the next day. Next, I have notebooks. I have this app named Nebo, which I think is really cool. Basically, you can write something with the Apple Pencil and then double tap as long as it's legible, and it will turn it into text. So for someone like me who doesn't have the neatest handwriting, it's really helpful. Then I have OneNote, which is my most used app, and then I have another app just called Notebook. I just use it to like store stuff in. Doesn't really have much of a purpose, but it's there. Next, these next two apps are just to get rid of backgrounds of images and stuff like that. So I have Magic Eraser and SmartCut, and then the last app is Sketchbook, which is what I make my pop-ups with. And that's it, guys. That's everything about my iPad. So if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, and if you want to see more videos from me, please hit subscribe. I would also love to see your comments about what tips and tricks about what I can do to make my YouTube videos better or to help improve my channel. It'd be really helpful, and I would love to see them. Also, don't forget that I have links to all the stuff I mentioned, such as like the keyboard and the Apple Pencil, all in my description. So yeah, hope to see you guys again. Bye guys.